Okay. Okay. So I'm recording now. Okay. All right. Thanks. So, thanks for keeping track of me there. So you want to know what your why is. And for every single one of you, it's a different reason you want your business to be successful. And it's going to be a different number of shows that you personally want to have. So I want to ask each one of you, what is that number for you? And just grab a piece of paper. And I'm not going to ask you to share right now because we don't want to take the time. I have tons of stuff to tell you, but take a piece of paper, write down that number, and just hold it up on the screen so that you know what your number is and you're sharing that number. So what is that number for you? Real quick, write it down, hold it up. And then I want you to add 2 zeros to the end of that number. And that is about the number of dollars your paycheck will be. So if you write down 6, when you add 2 zeros to that, put a dollar sign in front of it, that means $600. And that's an average. Some of you are going to make a whole lot more than that. And some of you, if your shows are lower, it could be a little bit less. But that's an average that you can expect if you added 6 shows to your September calendar. So ask yourself and write this down on your calendar. What would that number mean to you and your family? And now look at the number of shows that you have on your calendar. So right now you might have 2, you might have 4, you might have none. So whatever the difference is between the number that you currently have and that number you just wrote down, that is the goal that you've set for yourself. Again, your directors are here to support you. We're not going to give you that number. It's a very personal number for you. But what is that number that you're reaching for? Because the rest of this training is going to be on how to reach that number. I want to talk, okay, let me go. I lost my spot. So we're going to talk about how to reach that number. And once you do, we're going to talk about how to get enough bookings to keep that number each month. And maybe it's a slow number. Maybe you're building. Maybe you're saying, well, I'm going to start with 6. I want to eventually build to 12, but 12 looks too huge to start with. People have done it, but if it's more comfortable to you to say, I'm going to start with 6 and then next month it'll be 8 and then next month it'll be 10. So we want to talk about how to get that number and then how to keep that number. So the very first thing to get started is you have to market yourself and you have to market your business and you have to market your products. Right now we have so many great things to offer, but people don't know it unless we share it with them. So we have the new products, we have the deluxe cooking blender, we have enrichables coming next month, we have an amazing host bonus, we have an amazing sign-on bonus. And again, how's anybody going to know this? That's our job, to make sure we get the word out. So we're going to talk about all the different ways to do that. So first thing I want to ask you, and this is going to be a scary question for some of you. I hear a little background noise, so if you're not in a totally quiet place, please just hit the mute button in the bottom corner of the screen. At the end, if we have a few minutes left, we'll open it up for questions and you can unmute yourself then. So I want to ask you, how often are you going live on Facebook? And I know for many people, when we first start that, it is a super scary thing to do. And we're afraid we're going to make a mistake. But let me ask you this. When you did cooking parties, were you nervous? Were you afraid you were going to make mistakes? Yes, we're nervous. We make mistakes, but it goes on. And each time we do it, we get better and better at it. So it's the same thing with going live on Facebook. And if you are not doing this at least once a week, you are missing a huge opportunity. Do you have a business page? If you don't have a business page, put that at the top of your list, because if you're going to do business virtually, let me see if I can figure out where this noise is coming from, and because I know that's going to be distracting from some, and help to mute some of you guys. Just going to go right through here and do some muting. Okay. I must have got it. Okay. So sorry about that. I just want to have a clear recording so everybody can hear me. Okay. So if you don't have a business page, you need to have one. And here's a couple cool reasons why you want them. First, it helps you stay out of Facebook jail. So that's really important. But did you know that when you go live on your business page, that recording can now be shared to all your virtual parties, and those videos can be used over and over again. So that is so cool, because when I first got started, I thought I had to go live in every single virtual party. And it's a good idea. It's a good idea to go live at least once with your welcome, but you don't have to go live every time you want to show a product. So start accumulating those videos on your Facebook page, on your business page, and then you can start sharing them. Now, another moment of truth here. Are you doing virtual parties? Those of us who have been around a long time sometimes have trouble keeping up with all the changes in the business. That can be really challenging. But virtual parties have become a huge part of our business, and this is an area that we're seeing tremendous growth in. So if you want your business to grow and thrive, you need to become a master of virtual parties. It's not something you're going to learn once and say, okay, now I know it. It's something we're going to continually be learning, because Facebook is changing, our products are changing. There's always going to be change. And if you're not doing it, it's going to be harder to keep up with the changes. So when you offer all kinds of parties, you're going to have the most well-rounded business. So some of the choices that you want to make available are cooking parties, virtual parties, fundraisers, wedding registries, and showers. Focusing on all of these lets you market your business to a huge segment of people. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of each one of these, because there's fabulous training on Consultant Corner in the new Dash training. If you haven't been there, that should be at the top of your to-do list to check out the Dash training. So let's talk about where to start if you're focused on virtual parties, because this is the quickest way to see growth. You can actually, within 2 or 3 days, have 5 parties going. This is how I did it. I got started. I like to do 5 at a time. Let me tell you an example about why you want to do 5 at a time. If you did one virtual party and people didn't order, or you had 2 or 3 orders, or the host struggled to get to $200 in sales, you might go away thinking, I tried virtual parties, they don't work for me, people don't like them, people don't order. But when you have 5 or 6 going at a time, you're still going to get the one that people don't order. You're still going to get the one that only got a couple of orders. And let me tell you about my last month in August. I had 16 virtual parties, not all at the same time, but maybe on average 3 to 4 to 5 at a time. I had those 3 or 4 that did nothing. I had the 2 or 3 that only got a couple of orders. I had the 2 or 3 that postponed. What I ended up with 9 parties that I turned in, that was $6,000 in sales. So when someone says I tried it and it doesn't work, I have to ask, did you start with a huge number and whittle out all the ones that don't work? So that's the important thing, is to start with enough, because that's going to give you the best idea of what virtual parties can do. So here's how you're going to start. You are going to start 2 places on Facebook. The first one is going to be on your personal business page. You can ask engaging questions, such as this one I got last year when I posted this post. I think I had about 10 bookings from it. This year I only had 3 because a lot of the people who posted had recently done parties. But this was, I took a picture of the big catalogs and a couple of the minis, and I posted. And you don't use somebody else's post. Get your camera out, take a picture of the catalogs, and put it out there with a post that says the new catalogs are out. Again, September and February is the perfect time to do this, so don't wait. The new catalogs are out. Who wants one? Simple like that. When people start commenting, reply to them, because the more you reply, the more visibility Facebook gives your posts. So I tell everybody, I'll message you, or thanks for your reply, private message sent. Your private message says this, and I can share this on our leader page, and leaders can send it. If you want my scripts, ask your director for the scripts, and she will post them on your team page. So my reply says, hi, Kelly, remember to personalize it. I would love to send you a new fall catalog. Some folks are going to do a fun, easy Facebook party to get some of the new products for free and half price. Those friends, I'll mail a full-size catalog. Would you like that, or is a mini catalog okay? So what you're doing is letting them know you're sending full-size catalog to people who are doing virtual parties. If not, you can send them a mini, and I also created a flyer that goes with the mini, so it's still another opportunity to let them know about the deals, bonuses, and still people to follow up with. Okay, so that's an example of a post you can put on your personal page. The next one is to go through your friends list and send private messages sharing what you have to offer. So here's an example of something that I just sent for September. Happy September. I hope you're doing well. This is Sharon with the Pampered Chef. Okay, side note, this was for a text message. In a text message, make sure you identify yourself. If you're doing it in a Facebook message, you can leave your name out because they know who it's coming from. Okay, so this is Sharon with Pampered Chef. I'm so excited with our September promotions. I wanted to tell you about it. Our new fall products are here, and they are starting out with some crazy bonuses for hosts. You can get 60% off one piece of select cookware, including the quick cooker or the brand new deluxe cooking blender. Plus, when sales are $550 or more, you get an extra $100 in free products. Such amazing deals, and I wanted to see if you'd like to take advantage and snag one of my open dates for a cooking party so you and your friends can see, touch, and taste. Or maybe a virtual party is better for you. We do it on Facebook, and we share products, recipes, play games with prizes. What do you think? Question mark. So notice, I introduced myself, I gave some information, then I ended with a question mark. If you don't end with a question, there's no reason for them to reply. One thing you might want to do is take out some of the information and make it more vague. So if they want to know the details, they have to reply and say, yes, what is this amazing deal you're talking about? So that's another tip that works well. So you can send text messages to people that aren't on Facebook. So some examples of that is your potential bookings and future bookings. Now, if you've been with the business for a while, there's reports you can access on Consultants Corner, and you can print and you can put a date range in. So you print a date range of all the people who were potential or future bookings. And then that's a great list to work from. Then you can also go back with your past hosts, and you can put a date range in there, a date range, and also a show average. So I might go back 3 years, and I might say $400 or above for my shows. Go back and look at all the people who canceled on you over the last year, and let them know it's a great time to reschedule. And then people that you've met at vendor events. So let's talk about vendor events for a minute. How many are you doing? Because if you think you're running out of people, you don't know who to call, vendor events are going to be fresh leads every single month. I try to do at least one a month. In the fall, right now, my calendar's actually got more than one a month. When you do that, you want to have a way to follow up with people. So I love to do some kind of a drawing. So whether you're doing a drawing for a free pizza stone or a basket or whatever you happen to have, that is one person, one prize. That means you could follow up with one person, congratulate them, they won, there goes your baking stone. What happened to everybody else? So it's important to have a sign that has grand prize, second place drawing. Second place drawing is for a free cooking class, and I used to call it a free pizza party, but now then I was focused on a baking stone, and I don't want to focus on a baking stone anymore. I want to focus on power tools. So if I do a free cooking party, then when you call people up, you can say, congratulations, this is Sharon, Cerra with the Pampered Chef. Notice my wording. I drew your name as a winner of a free pizza party or free cooking class with a bonus baking stone, or ice cream social with a bonus baking stone. This means that I bring everything we need for a party, so there's no cost to you. Plus, you get a free shopping spree based on the sales. Plus, I add a free baking stone to the host rewards. Now, if a party won't work this month, and I'm rambling, but you'll of course want to pause for feedback and for their input. And if there's hesitation, I say I have another option, because if a party won't work for you this month, I can still offer you the bonus baking stone with a virtual party with minimum sales. It's all done on Facebook. I post recipes and product information. I play games, give prizes. order ship direct. They do for me because I'm in direct shipping. So there's no need to collect orders, money, or delivering products. Which of these options do you think you'd be more interested in? So many people, when I offer a free cooking party, will take me up on that. They're very pleased, and they really are getting something for free, because when I bring the ingredients, that's at least $10. I'll add a baking stone to their host rewards, and the bigger the party, the bigger the stone. So if it's a little party, I've got a $19 or $20 toaster oven pan or personal pizza pan. So I really am giving some nice awards in exchange for a party. Okay. The next idea I have for you is fundraisers. This is a huge segment of our market, and there's unlimited potential. So go get it. Here's how to find your fundraisers. Anytime you see somebody that's doing a GoFundMe, or you can go to GoFundMe and browse through the fundraisers and find something that you want to offer additional support to. How about the people that do fundraisers for their birthday, and they're trying to raise money for a local charity or a national charity? Those are people that care about supporting an organization. So if you reach out to them and let them see how you can help, you can let them know how easy it is to do parties, do fundraisers. I just did one for a local animal charity, and we sold over $2,000. And my host said, "I can't believe how much we earned and how easy this is." She said, "All I did was send messages on Facebook, and we sold over $2,000. She said, "I'm going to tell everybody about you and what you offer." So when people are happy with us, they're going to send referrals our way. School's back in session. Every single school, every single classroom, every sports team, every music booster. There are so many opportunities in the schools. So go get these opportunities. Again, if you run out of people to call, you'll never run out of fundraisers to search for. And then you have bridal registries. Same thing. Be aware of what's happening around you. There's business everywhere. I just got a 10-minute warning. Okay. So bookings from virtual parties. I want to talk about ways that you're going to get bookings from virtual parties. So it's super important for host coaching, because if you don't have the people in the group, you can't get bookings. So make sure you come back next week, because next week's topic is on host coaching. And then you will have lots of people in your group and lots of people who could book parties from you. So we're going to assume right now that you've done a great job host coaching, and there's 20 to 30 people in your group. They've chosen to join, not been added. Another thing you'll learn more about next week. You should be getting 1 to 3 bookings at every single party that you do. So I have a list of things here that are going to help you to get those bookings. Number 1, be personal and interact. Be present in the party. Ask questions and offer ideas. You should have a post that lets them know you'll be sending a friend request. And then when they accept, then you can have private conversations, and you can eventually offer a party to them. The second one is have posts that tell them to private message you their guesses or answers. So it's some kind of game, they have to private message, and then you've made that connection too. 3, each day you should have a booking post and a recruiting post and a game and a recipe. 4, you should go live at the beginning of the party and tell them that you're going to be sharing 3 things during this party. You're going to share product information, some amazing specials. You're going to talk about how they can get them for less if they decide they'd like to have their own party, and how they can actually make money by doing this themselves with more business information. So after you've showcased a bunch of products or shown a new fall video, this is a good time to do a post saying, I'm going to do a drawing, or you could offer bonus tickets, however you set this up. A drawing or bonus tickets if they guess my favorite product and message it to me. Again, that's another way. Instead of you going and reaching out to people, you find ways to get them coming to you. So sending you their guesses is a great way. 5, have a post that asks them to share their wish list. Some people call this Wish List Wednesday. Once you know what their wish list is, you can reach out to them and let them know that something on their wish list is the host bonus, or you can make up your own incentive to offer for them if they'll do a party in the next month. 6, have a post that asks, if money was not an issue, what product would you love to have? Again, the people that comment on this post are the ones you're going to reach out to because they're usually commenting and on larger ticket items. 7, post that when the host gets X number of bookings, I like to say when she gets 3 bookings from the party, she gets and give something away. Some people give cookbooks. I'll give a baking stone if she gets me 3 bookings that hold. 8 is ask the host to message 5 people privately and ask them to host a party. Provide her with the script. When we do host coaching next week, you're going to get these scripts. So provide her with the script. It's just a copy and paste, and ask her to do a 3-way chat so that, again, you'll have that connection made with people. 9, be sure to focus on host specials for the month that you're trying to book. It's a great product. When it's a great product, go live with it and show how to use it. If that creates the desire, people want it, they're going to book to get it. 10 is post thank yous in the group when someone orders and then send a private message or text. Here's an example of a private message. Hi, thanks so much for your order on Sally's Facebook party. I hope you had fun. I bet you saw lots of amazing tools that you'd love to add to your kitchen. I'd love to help you earn them for free. Plus, Sally's going to get a half price item at your show. It's a win-win. What are your thoughts about setting up a Facebook party for you? Those are the people that ordered. What about all the people that didn't? Maybe they didn't because they can't afford to, but if you're going to ask them would they like it for free, that's a whole nother question. So don't leave those people out. Have another message for those people. That message says something like this. Thank you so much for joining Sally's party. I'm sure there were products that caught your eye. Why not have your own Facebook party and get them for free? If she books 3 parties, she gets a free gift and you get the free rewards from your party. You add your friends to the group, I create and collect some outside orders, and I do the rest. Would you like to give it a try? I'm going to go really quick because I think I have about 3 minutes left. Bookings at kitchen shows. So this is the quickest cooking show training you ever heard. Keep your party fun, create the desire for the higher priced products, use the power tools, promote the promotions, and ask everyone. Okay, we have a couple minutes left. This is creating the desire for the business in your parties. Number 1, a daily recruiting post, a paycheck game. Guess the paycheck. Include a little bit about who this consultant was. This is a consultant who works full-time. She did 6 parties last month. Guess how much her paycheck was. You can also share the paychecks from different consultants at different levels and then ask which paycheck would be most helpful to you and your family. When you introduce yourself, whether it's a live video or you just share a post with a picture of you and your family, tell a little bit about why you became a consultant and why you stayed with the company. Our upline director, Robin Schilling, just put a compilation together of all the leaders sharing why we started and why we stayed. This is another great video. You can share this in your parties. Share the 3 kit choices. Make sure you share any additional new consultant bonus for this month. And you have to do an Ask Me a Question game, just like you do this at a live party. Ask me a question. Then when the guests ask a question, reply to that, but then private message them and say, you asked some really good questions. I'm curious, were you just looking to earn extra tickets? Or were you trying, or are you curious about finding out more about the business? There's lots of posts about favorite things about being a consultant. You can take some of these ideas from the opportunity events that we've done and just rotate the virtual opportunity events as recruiting posts into your party. Make them a guessing game. Have people send you the answers. So any ideas that you would do at a cooking party, find ways to tweak that and do something very similar at your virtual parties. And then always close with a poll, or you can do a Google Doc drawing so that you can get feedback from your guests. I have a Google Doc, but I can't share it because it takes them back to my Google Doc form. So if you need to know how to create a Google Doc, you can go to YouTube, and Charlotte and the guy a while ago had done a form, how to create Google Docs. It's a really cool thing. And then you can include the Google Doc in your virtual parties. Until you have that, have some type of poll. One is, I love Pampered Chef and will be your host. Two is, we have 2 minutes left. Okay, 2 would be something like, I want to have a cooking party. 3 might be, I love Pampered Chef and need extra money, sign me up. So there's a lot of examples of polls. Put those in there. And we'll open up the last 2 minutes for questions. I know I zipped through that so quick. I wanted to get it all in. Any questions? Everybody's muted. To unmute, just click the unmute or mute button again. All right. So anybody get any ideas you're going to put into practice? Barbara, did I see your hand up?
What were the ones for the creating the poll? I thought that would be really helpful.
There's a lot of different polls. I did create my own. You can create a poll. You can, I like the Google Doc because it's a survey form and they have to click it and then it goes into your Google account and then you can access it. So if you go on YouTube and search Charlotte, it's Charlotte, Charlotte, Nagai, Nagai, I think it was. She did a training on how to create Google Docs. So that's one way, or create your own poll, or you can find them in the virtual party Facebook groups.
Okay. Sharon, just to confirm, you did say for the virtual parties to be posting about the opportunity and bookings every day.
Yes, every day. One booking, one recruiting, one game, one recipe every day.
Okay.
I do a 5-day with 2-day pre-party. That's my style.
Yep, me too.
Okay, we have less than 1 minute. Any quick questions? I'm going to sign off now, and then if we have a question, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you put these in practice. Please set up a call with your director so that we can hold you accountable.